Yo, how's everybody? We are back with more ship in the bottle. So I may have finished up a little bit of the thing I started yesterday of like having the masts not turn. Yo, Pixel, how you doing? What are you up to today? How was your weekend? Oh, give me a sec. Quick BRB. I'm here but not here. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Ship's looking good. Why, thank you very much. We're definitely getting there. I got the bowsprit done yesterday. I say done, and now I see these holes, and they hurt me. Also, are they aiming at the wrong place? What did I do? Screwed it up right at the end there. So is this one, I wonder if it's something to do with the curves. Oh, actually, these are the curves. Turn off. Turn off. Why do those feel like they're in different places? I swear I had it good, and then I must have changed something. But I thought I changed everything before it would affect. I don't know. Hmm. Is this and this? It works. It's just, I think somehow it's getting the wrong curve, or the curve is getting modified after the fact. That doesn't mean it would be. It's not this curve. That one's shared. Oh, it's the wrong sided. This one? Hmm. No, it's already being used in the thing. What? Where does this curve come from? Is it just before it gets bent? And if so, why? Okay, we're gonna have to probe around a bit. So you didn't do much this weekend? Uh, had an NVIDIA driver kill your system, had to reset back to an older driver, substance sampler won't open with the driver that you have. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. And what GPU do you have? almost, right? Already updated. Hmm. Hmm. Hey Gav, how are you? What are you up to? 2080 Ti. Hmm. Interesting. I feel I have a 2070 Max or whatever in my entertainment PC. Pretty good. Uh, Now I know not to upgrade any drivers for it. Uh, did you update your driver and then it went bad? Or did it just start working weird and you had to reset? And if you did update, was there a reason you updated? Is there like a reason you're in this state? Or did you just decide to update? Hmm. Did I get double droops? Is it this getting added in? Okay, wait. Kind of confusing.
Okay, it took some doing, and I was recalcitrant because you pushed for them too hard, but it took Google Gemini to make me add gradients to my art lore meepsum quia dollar citamat, consectator, adipicivolete, sed quia non num qua meus modi tempora incidentat
Yo,
laborat
Crouchy.
dolore magnum aliquam quarat voluptatum.
Try to do a clean install? Wait, a clean install of what? Let's see. Hello, Cryogy. How are you? Wonderful message. 10 out of 10. Good job. So I think we're just missing one number. Oh my god. No room to put this down. This. We need to add this. And that number. Even to there. Oops, nope. Why that number? I'm sure. I don't like it. Let's pretend that didn't happen. We don't need that. Need that clean. Okay, keep reminding myself. Need to update to get a substance sampler to work, but it won't open at the moment. It's like a designer and painter. Okay. Sorry if I'm understanding the situation, so it just never worked, right? Hmm. Clean install of the driver. Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But I would contact them if you were looking to use sampler for anything while you still can. Or I guess you have a subscription, right? Might as well just bug them. They may or may not be paying someone to help you with that problem. What do I think of the Fable news? I'm not surprised. I was more surprised that they announced anything at all. You know what I mean? And I bet they announced stuff and then they kind of like maybe not regret it. They were like listening to people, right? And people were like, "This looks kind of weird," and they were like, maybe we could polish a little bit of the art. I'm sure there's a lot of things they could polish, but having people interested is big. They might have just done that to get investors to look at the game or another round of investment or something. You know what I mean? Not too surprised. I hope they do it right. What do you think? You a fan? You excited? Ooh, look how sleek that is. Yeah, like that. Makes it look bigger. Okay, cool. What else? What else do we need? What do we do? We have a couple of the fun ones. We have some tedious ones. We have some ones that are going to go awry. What do I want to do? Almost kind of want to jump the gun a bit. Like, it could be cool to get something, once the boat is going to rock, getting something on the deck. But maybe we rush into trying to get the whole boat together. One boat. I'm nervous and excited. It's a big day. Big day. If we're doing that. No opinion, Gav? That's okay. The sampler was working, but there was an update for it. Then you got the weird program shuts down, found online that it's a driver version you have installed, causing it to crash. Interesting. So no, Fable got delayed into 2026, which is interesting because they were possibly thinking, if it wasn't what I just said, right, that maybe they were testing the waters to see what people would think and how much they should revise it, which still quite plausible, actually. Um, but if they were thinking that they were going to hit a holiday release schedule, then they might have already had project management targeting like end of the year. Could it be very close to end of the year, even? End of November, beginning of December or something. I would not be surprised. And if that slips at all, especially with the feedback that they've been hearing, if they want to do bigger changes for more longevity, because you can only release a game once, um, it would obviously get delayed into 2026. But it's an interesting way, I guess, to remind us that Fable exists. Let's see. Let's do. Should not be frozen by this. A cube? Is a cube deep? Do a cube. You're gonna be whole ship. Which puts it all the way at the bottom. Cool. Hopefully useful. There's going to be parts of this that are going to be very strange. Getting the Boolean parts. I wonder if we're going to do it the same way. I don't quite know yet. Okay, so the whole ship is going to take in not a geometry, screw input geometry. Wait, it's this one? No, it's never that one. This one. No input geometry. We would like input. Am I lying? I might be lying. Maybe we do want input geometry. I was thinking more of an object though. We have an object with a geometry switch. Okay, so the first one is going to be what's the bottom? I'm gonna do keel curve, whatever. Rib curve. Okay, how does this start? We had this guy, right? Keel curve, which is keel and ribs. Give it some keel and ribs. Oh, let me put that in here. Nope, not like that. Yep, like that. And it has all sorts of stuff that I forgot to label. Yeah, perfect. Tried to open Marvel Rivals the other day, and Norton stopped some kind of program from starting Marvel Rivals from opening and flagged it as spyware, and still opened without it. I wonder if the antivirus got flagged as a virus. Or not the antivirus, the anti-cheat? Yeah, that's the word. Playing sides, huh? Yeah, playing so 3, right. Curve, heel curve. And now just join all the stuff together. Right, curves. Don't think we need those. All right, okay. Heel, curve. One of these guys. Oh, good. Sure. Half size maybe? Might have been the anti-cheat, not sure. Some people were thinking it was backdoor into your system on Reddit. Like something separate that starts when Marvel Rivals starts? Kind of interesting. Hmm. Value. I guess we could put just do a viewer. Yeah, what each one of these things are. Okay, they could be nothing. That's fine. Hmm. Oh, there's no. Why is there no rib object? I swear I put one in. There it is. Hmm. Might have to get like rib distance or something. I'd like to bridge that automatically if I could. Sounds like the main thing. Then what we do have decks to put in. Anyway, how has your substance journey been going? Any more cool things? Any further improvements on your cloth, maybe? Oh, there was a boat railing too, right? Okay, and ribs thrown there. Cross substance thing. Also tried it in sampler, but sampler kept making weird tiling circles. Ah, the moire pattern. Yeah. That can be just like balancing how strong it is with how much it's tiling. Because if it's tiling a ton, then you should probably soften the effect and you probably won't see as much more. Because yeah, it can come from high contrast and high repetition. Running out on things lately? I'd abandon Zan for now. Fair. Sounds like you got pretty far. Next, rud. Did I not have a rudder? Oh, not that it's great. Oh, you don't even have a name. It's a little bit basic. That we also have the bowsprit. Something. Spokes. Decks need the hull cutter bit. You're just a revolt. Hmm. Like Two kind of revolves I would want would be like, yeah, the expand outside and the solidify for inside. Oh, but it already has the merge by distance, which is noise, real noise. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb. My mind has leapt an extraordinary leap. That's not what I'm trying to do. We need the boat hull bool part. Boat form bool friendly. Wait, okay, you have a thing. Boat form bool friendly. Designer attempt with just parabola shapes. Give me a second, let me check it. Oh, yo, this looks really good. This looks really good. I mean, yeah, I dig it. Yeah, literally, you could just like mess with the levels or histogram range if you get more effect, and you can just make it less high on the height map stuff. Um, because yeah, as you zoom out, it just like the ambient occlusion doesn't happen as much for cloth, and that's gonna amplify the more effect. Can I actually spell that? So I assume it's this, right? The MOIRE, Moire effect, Moire pattern. Yeah, something definitely happens with digital art and in real life, actually. You can get this on screen doors and such. Cool and trippy. I mean, it is kind of cool and it is trippy. Most people I know hate it. Most people I know are not trying to get more effects. They literally are designing all their graphics to limit or minimize more effect because it always pulls you out. It happens so much easier with digital things, with like perfect alignment. That's why you get with like screen doors, things that are like mechanically made, but like not everywhere. Because you also have a blurring effect as things get farther from you in real life. Oh, okay, we're down to 117. Almost there. Almost there. Very cool. It's kind of this weird pattern all over the place. Uh, I don't remember what this iterations is. What is any of this? But that doesn't show up. Does it show up and it's just, no? I think I see it. Normal offset, nothing there. Alright, is the top input. Yeah, number of vertices. Okay, it should hopefully just be density. Oh, there it is. Popped into existence. I think. Wait. Nope. Never mind, I was wrong. Why are you giving me nothing? Wait, geometry? Does geometry actually matter? It does. Wait, what is the base geometry for this? I mean, you're a cube. I assume this doesn't matter. It got big so quick. Oh, and there it is. That's the bool we need. But then you only have a hull input. Okay, we need a switch for this. Look at that when you zoom out on the fabric. Light has to hit it right angle? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I might be a little bit delayed. Remaking a boat from not scratch. Warner Brother cancels Wonder Woman game. Shuts down Multiverses dev. Interesting. I mean, I wasn't playing it. Are people playing these games? But also, I guess I feel bad. Yeah, the games industry is shrinking at such a ridiculous pace. Domain size. This is supposed to be a mesh. Okay, so we swap over to us, whatever we are, if there's nothing else, which is interesting. Means we should also rename the geometry. Okay. This guy goes into here now. Okay, it's a little broken. Do you have a weird transform in there somewhere? Just the whole thing is shifted. Really wish I could get my auto crop back, but Blender stopped doing the asset browser thing. I think indie games might have a better chance than AAA games in the future. I mean, maybe, but there's so many people making indie games, and there's going to be so many more now that people are like using AI. Indie might go the same way of having oversaturation. Maybe not like the same way. It's not going to have a live service glut. AAA games have investors trying to push them to release too soon. Then they release with lots of bugs. I mean, that's kind of true. I don't know if that's like plaguing the industry as much as just like not imaginative games coming out and boring everybody and then not doing well and people being like, huh, I wonder why. Or I guess investors being like, I wonder what happened. Where did we go wrong? Uh, the bounding box. Okay, bounding box. Do a little bit of vector math. Center, half size, and your size. I think the problem is just on the y-axis. I like that. Good games should stand out Over the AI cheese games, I think. I mean, that's true. That is true. I mean, we'll see. I think we have to still just see how people react to AI over the long run. We still don't quite know. There's like early studies that are saying it leads to like quick brain rot, lower cognition, but who knows? Biases are exist in studies too, and maybe we overcome. Maybe it's a short-term thing. I don't know, because I doubt people are going to stop using it, even if they say it's horribly bad for you. Right? How long? I mean, people are still smoking cigarettes, and they know perfectly well how bad it is, right? So I don't know. It's going to be around for a long time, and I'm sure we will adapt as well in some way to like everything having worse quality and still being amazed by top 10% of what's being created, or maybe we do just stick with stuff that was made in the old times. Maybe. AAA games suck now. I mean, Avowed is looking pretty good. Avowed is looking kind of cool. And it is doing the opposite of AAA things. It's not super long. It's like short for an RPG at least. So I don't know, but maybe. Math. Okay, all right, I'm done being dumb. Here's the half size goes in, removing it at negative 0.5 this. Boom, brain engaged. Excellent. Right, so not perfect, but it gets the decks and a rail. Actually, the whole ship itself, we can technically move out. weird, but does the thing. The rudder, I think we could just shove in somewhere. Let's angle. Sample curve. We can grab the heel curve and put it back there somewhere. Sure. Things are going to need a lot of tweaking and exporting, but maybe we give it some pre-tweaking. Kinda. I mean, yeah, rudder is still ugly and needs to be worked on. Can't remember the last game you were excited about playing? Seemed to cost way more to AAA games nowadays. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it really hasn't gone up much. And retro gamers will also remind you that I think Nintendo and Genesis cartridges were like regularly $70 to $80, but your parents were probably buying those, so you don't even know. And that's more money back then, technically. So like we're getting back to that level of spending on games, I guess. Okay, mass is highly variable. The bowsprit also highly variable. We gotta stick it on the front somehow. Cube, almost the transform gizmo. Here we go. That'll help us set up the bowsprit. Just need one of these too. It's a bit weird to work with. Some of this could maybe be done. What? You're not offsetting the whole thing. Rail. I think you should be stuck at a certain height. Oh, do you just not have the... Oh, ooh. Look at that chip. How interesting and fancy it is. This droop needs to be negative for reasons. Or not. I mean, like, it's kind of like that. But why is that, like, never moving? You were in... Well, you're in quite a location. in the top or something? Oh, I'm down. There's another transform we need. Translation and scale of the entire bowsprit, right? Hmm. Done for the Steam things up now. Some things look same as anything else. Yeah, so Next Fest I think it's called, right? Ooh, that's cool. A thing game. I mean, kind of cool. The movie was great, but I'm not into Mafia style or like Among Us style things. Okay, hello? This in. Take that out. Keep that as one. Sounds like that. This one. Go down a bit. Okay. I'm selecting. Why do I need to show it? Such a pain in the butt. Like this. Looks like shuffleware game. Yeah, that's not great. Not a good look for the games industry. Hmm. I feel like it's moving the opposite way I need it to. Okay. Not perfect, but bowsprit. Playing a game called Dredge. I liked Dredge. Dredge was good. A lot of reading in it though. I don't remember there being too much reading. I remember a ton of mini games though. Tons of mini games. I want to do something clever with the keel. So if we trim curve, so we're only kind of in the center of the curve. If we get exactly, and then we resample.
But at least I had my Devon moment with Gemini. I gave it a prompt, said that I couldn't see the change. It replied, "You're quite right. Now it will show." It didn't. I said, "Why are you lying to me? Are you trying to make me angry?" It regretted to have made the mistake.
Good job, Cryogy. You gotta make the AI feel bad. It can put up with abuse. Technically, infinite abuse. Want number of mass? No, we want, like, as it grows, more mass would appear. So we have, like, that. This would be masked interval. Then we need a domain size to figure out what that is. Point count is iterations. Wait, and whatever we put in for length, also put in for, is this the spacing? And we have a whole object. Man, I really wish we had a converter to go to an object. That would be so fancy. This should be a set amount, right? 24. 24 mass, that's way too many. 6, that's better. Masts, where are you at? Okay, all right, we can debug this. I created a viewer. Were we on another viewer? Well, that seems to make stuff.
I think Trump is the AIs preparing humanity for the chaos and then the AIs will take over more easily, but the AIs didn't account for the inane morality of Trump and are in the back talking to each other asking, how the F do we fix this?
I mean, at this point, AI overlords can only do better, right? Right, so it's 86 milliseconds per boat. Kind of a lot. But this is really high. Masts are so expensive. Probably cheapen this somehow. all unmasked? Somehow there's 20 milliseconds not being accounted for. Masked, sure. It's 2.2. That's not terrible. What's happening over here that's so horrible? That's the mess. Don't mind the mess. The sales aren't terrible. We should clean up it. Here's a 2.2 coming out of there. Wait, what is this? That's nothing. It's literally adding nothing in. You're not expensive. Five. Still not terrible. And you're 11. 73, 136. We have raycasts happening. And I think those raycasts may or may not be breaking. Those are in the masts, right? This is tricky. If it doesn't raycast... Control Z? Might have to Control Z a few trillion times though. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Better get started. Looks like nodes getting up and trying to strangle each other. And maybe they are. I don't know the life of nodes. I'm not going to interfere with their lifestyle. Very different from my own. How am I supposed to know? Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's healthy for them. The raycast isn't even terabad. Okay, now if we don't have a hull object, alt input. There we go, and then we throw that into there. Nice. With noodles? I mean, it's just a fun time, a fun, wacky time that they're having with their node noodle friends. Hull object. Where's our hull? Here, siding. Still a little expensive. Yo, the decks. The decks are hugely expensive. Yeah, 5's fine. Or wait, what is iterations? Kind of like 4. Hmm. Wonder if we can instance until we realize that would make things cheaper. Oh, and you have a set number of times. Could you be like 128 and still work? That legit just makes our life easier. Also, if we flipped the other way, I don't know which way it's cutting from, but I still have enough blanks. We're good. We're good. That's just cheaper. Should I put iterations in? And just make iterations default at 64? That might haunt me slightly less. Cool if you could make a node system that would behave like a single-celled organism, interacting with each other, building their own networks and making weird stuff. That could be cool. Yeah, like they all grow different functions. That could be really neat. Why are you off? Wait, were you not aligned to this at some point? That might actually be centered, where the other boat isn't. Another thing that's only gonna slightly haunt me. Only slightly. Why does this need to be moved? You are deciding. Something like siphonophore, made up of colonies of organism that form its organs. But to do what? Like, I kind of get ants because, like, you could have ants filling roles and having a couple of different roles between, like, building with stockpiled materials. And then you could build, break that down into, like, do you need walls? Do you need ceilings? Do you need cleared floors? And then gatherers that would actually go out and find stuff, I guess. But then you're inventing a lot of stuff to do this simulation. Maybe a node that goes around, this would be very neural net kind of stuff, but goes around trying to figure out what it should be based off of the nodes around it. And by nodes, I mean like points in space. And eventually you'd get floors that go to like walls that go to ceilings. That could be interesting. That's polygons, weird. We need to move it in opposite direction. We have the transforms, we just need the combines. Why can't, oh my god, Blender, I hate you. Just delete the stupid M. Get out of my freaking life. Not, oh my god. Rename it. Had a hard time figuring out how to spell siphonophore? Siphonophore? Yeah. That's a complicated one. It's a $2 word right there. Kind of form what the colony needs. When they attach, they could become whatever organ and whatever they need. Very weird. Those would bump into each other. But nodes are a means to an end, and that end is highly immutable. You'd need a way to define an end with a almost like a reward punishment thing for whatever organic computing you're thinking of. Could be cool. Yeah. a lot of abstraction. Okay, you're a -1, I think. That's height. This is 0.22. Okay, good, kinda. Maybe too complicated and random though. Turn that into the Akira virus. I don't know enough about Akira. Sorry, but yeah, that definitely, absolutely. Hmm. Do I actually need this? Join, do a little bit of debugging. So right now this just needs an offset. Yeah, hell's in the right place. Right, but we need this to be the opposite of thing that we're gonna move it up by. Maybe we care that guy morphs into a giant fleshy thing. Cool. Sounds like typical Japanese body horror. Okay, clicking. Forgot how good the animation was in this. Cool. I mean, yeah, maybe that's my fear, is that it would just grow a lot of nodes without doing very much. But maybe I do that sometimes too. But I think I know when to stop. This guy just goes on forever. It's still going? This is a lot. Dang. I should watch Akira someday. Well, yeah, that seems neat, but I bet it takes up a lot of hard drive space. Are we showing the hull? So, where? Or is it just decks? Where are the decks? Bowsprit. Maybe it's the decks. That's cool. 57. Okay, boat's getting cheaper. We're still missing some bulls and some of the small bits, but want stairs. Man, everything needs stairs. Man, I'm sure tonight in the middle of the night I'm gonna wake up and be like, I know how to do stairs. Because we have to figure out where we properly booled the decks. Because if the deck got booled on this side, like this should have stairs down. This should have stairs down because these got cut here and here. You know? We just put stairs. And then from there we could just raycast 45 degrees down and find the next place to put stairs. Or whatever angle. Anyways, that got expensive again for reasons. Masts are still taking up a bit. You know, I'm just curious to see if this can rock on the water, if this is going to be horrible. Okay, so you need a floats on the water. Please tell me this was worth it. Up. And then bottle water? How do you deal with when you find one of those open data APIs and you feel the need to do something with it, but you have no idea? What do you mean by open data API? What are you talking about? Doesn't sound like something I'm used to.